Hello folks, old Jeb here. A tired old Jeb. Normally I wouldn't make a video or something like this, but just like me, my better judgment has been up all night and it's laying over there asleep. So since better judgment is out of the way, how many of y'all folks got neighbors that are elderly? And I'm talking about my next door neighbor's be 92 or 91 next week or next month. She was down last night. 3:05, I got a phone call. I went over and I got her up and got her in a chair. Got her all wrapped up. And the whole time I'm thinking, got a granddaughter, and I'm not going to mention any names because I don't really want to embarrass somebody. But if I need to, I'll come back on here and do it. And don't really care who likes this or not, you know. And anybody that knows me knows I can give a rat's ass less what somebody's feelings are when it comes to old people and young kids. Period. Anyway, 3:05, got a phone call. It was her. I got up, went over and got her up and got her in a chair. And she didn't want to call anybody other than me because she didn't want to wake them up. You know, daughter, granddaughter, you know, friends, people that are supposed to be her caretakers. You know, whatever happened to the time when families circled the wagons and took care of their own? All I hear on this thing is people talking trash to their mamas and the mamas talking trash to the kids and stuff. I'm going to tell you something, death is final. You know, I'm blessed to still have my mama. She'll be 91 in October. You know, and she's still going strong. Because she gets out in the yard and works and everything else. But back to the woman next door. Nobody comes to see her. And she goes to one of the biggest churches in this town. And I won't give you the name, but I will tell you it's off of Bowling Road. Don't nobody from the church go see her. See if she needs anything. Unless she asks. I think one person, and that was the preacher's wife, went shopping for her one time. And she had to ask. And they brought a little radio over there so she could listen to the services. You know, I remember when you was in the hospital, preachers went to the hospital, preachers come to the house. I mean, all this stuff. I mean, we never had a person in which I understand the virus right now. You can't have but one person in at a time. But when somebody was in the hospital before this virus started, even in my family now, if I was the only one that could do it, then I'd spend 12, 14, 16 hours up there a day to make sure somebody was there. You know, I reckon my biggest thing is that grandkids and kids, they took care of you, especially granddaughter in this case. She moved in with her and stayed for almost 2 years. You know, and then got her a house and she's gone. And when she went, she was gone. And we're talking about the way the crow flies, maybe a quarter of a mile. The way the crow flies, driving wise, maybe a half mile. You know, the only time she'll do anything is when she calls and asks her. You know, it's just like being a volunteer. I had somebody tell me one time, she said, why don't you ask for some volunteers? And I told them real quick, if I got to ask for a volunteer, then damn it, you ain't a volunteer. That's just straight up and straight. If somebody got to ask you to do something, you ain't a volunteer no more. But back to the little old lady. Went back over there this morning, and I had to get her up again because she was supposed to have had somebody coming last night. Nobody showed. Called the daughter, and the daughter says, well, I'll call a doctor. Called the other people, You know, the ones who caretaker take care of all the medicine, insurance, you know, take her to the doctor when she had to go. The wife was asleep. Didn't want to wake her up. Folks, I'd give anything in the world for my daddy to be back here. Anything. My brother got burnt down at the mill, paper mill, standing in front of a steam pipe. I was playing music then. I took 2 weeks off the road, and I came home. And I stayed at the hospital with him as much as I could. My Uncle Warren High, when he died, I took off, came home for the funeral. When my Big Daddy died, same thing. You know, families used to be like that. You know, everybody got together on Sundays and stuff. Ain't like that no more. They don't care about this old woman. And she's just as sweet as she can be. Church folks don't go around now. And I don't want to hear about this pandemic. I don't want to hear about it. I've been going over the whole time. Going to Hardee's like yesterday when they didn't get a little old lady her French fries. You know, going to Burger King for. I mean, all the time. And don't mind taking her to the beauty parlor and going back and picking her up. But where's the family? Where are the friends? And I'm not talking about me. Where are her friends that were used to be over there all the time? As far as I'm concerned, you were good time friends. And I know you recognize me. I know you know I'm talking to you. The hell, what a good time friend. You know, good time friends are a dime a dozen. If you ain't gonna get up out of bed at 3 or 5 in the morning and be there, then you ain't a friend. Anyway, like I say, my better judgment's over there in the bed, sleep. And common sense is over there in the chair watching TV. And I don't want nobody telling me, well, we're praying for you, or you're such a good man, and this and that and that. The hell with that. You pray for her. I don't want to see now comment on here where you're saying anything about me. I just want you to do some soul searching. I don't care who you are. I want you to do some soul searching. If you got some old folks alive and they can't really do a whole lot for themselves and they're living by themselves, do something for them once in a while. Go by and see them. Don't call them. Don't text them. Go by and see them. Where you can physically see where this woman, this little old lady's ankles are swole twice the size they should be. Her whole body's swole. I'm not going to apologize for anything I'm saying right now. Not nothing. You know, I'd still drive 1,000 miles if something was happening to my mama, if I won't hear. Folks, you need to wake up, because death is final. If you ain't going to go see them while they're alive, you don't need to bring your ass to the funeral home when they're dead. That's a fact. If you don't care enough about them while they're alive to look after them, then you do not need to go look down your nose at them in a box. Now, if I stirred anybody to call their parents or call an elderly aunt or elderly uncle that you ain't seen in a while and you know don't nobody go by and check on them, you know, if I stirred you to do that, then I accomplished what I set out to do. But like I said, one more time, I don't want to hear nothing about me in a comment. I mean, I do that because that's the way I was raised. I don't do it for somebody to pat me on the damn back. You want to pray, you pray for her. And you pray for the lazy-ass young'uns and grandkids and everybody else and friends that she's got. Because I'm going to keep taking care of her. Anyway, I done said my 2 cents. I don't really care where y'all go this time. But you got to go away from here, period. Like I say, better judgments in the bed, common sense over there watching TV. That being said, y'all have a blessed day.